Um, Good day, everyone. I decided to do this video right quickly. Let me see. Um, if you've been following events in Nigeria, you would have heard that lawyers are having their annual general conference this week. They're all in Port Harcourt, and in one of the programs. About security in Nigeria. There was a panel of discussants, and one of the invited discussants, one of the people invited to speak in this panel is VDM, the activist, popularly known as VDM, very dark man. And I'm trying to make this fast. Make a long story short, it seemed like during or after the programs, many lawyers who attended the conference complained about inviting VDM to speak to them. One of the articles that came out, I saw in this magazine, mostly Nigerian lawyer, was titled, "The NBA is so embarrassing. First Portable, now VDM lawyers question very dark man's inclusion on the AGC panel." I don't want to go through all the complaints or all the little complaints. Why is it coming? They pay money to attend. Is this why they're paying money? After they pay all these dues, then VDM is sent. Does VDM rise to the status quo, the prestige of the type of people that the NBA should invite to speak to lawyers? You know, a sort of classism, so to speak. And I tell you, something happened. Dr. Ninkalo made a very important point. That's actually why I decided to do this video. Dr. Ninkalo posted on his verified account on X. He said, I see a lot of people who claim to be lawyers in Nigeria capping at the presence of very dark men to address the Nigerian Bar Association NBA AGC 2025-2026 in Port Harcourt. This is something called customer feedback, guys. Ordinary citizens who are not lawyers are customers of lawyers, the courts and the legal institutions. By the way, lawyers who bribe judges can address us in the NBA with a straight face about ethics and things like that. Judges who take bribes and read judgments, sometimes not even written by them, or in their courts, can address us and find accoutrements, and we hail them. So why can't we abide citizens who are affected by this mess? It is a customer feedback, and it's a good thing, and it's a good thing too. And my response, I wrote is that one of the biggest problems Nigerian lawyers have is that the bar is inward looking, insular. Nigerian bar, that is lawyers, the bar and the bench, are too insular. And this is, I guess there's a word like insularity. This insularity, this insular, that is inward looking, is a huge hindrance to the growth of the bar. It makes lawyers and judges and the judiciary not attractive to the general public. Let me explain. You see, in the Constitution, let's just say in the U.S. Constitution, for example, that is modeled, that we model our Constitution from, there are three branches of government. The legislature being the number one, the executive being number two, and the judiciary being number three, just like in Nigeria. Now, the legislature, those legislators are elected. Voters go and elect them. All of them are elected, and they go to Washington, D.C. to serve the people. In Nigeria, we also elect those legislators and they go to Abuja, our state capitals, to represent us. The executive are also elected. The president of the United States is elected. President of Nigeria is elected. The governors are elected. The local government chairmen are elected. In the US, counties, they elect their mayors and the governors, just like we do here. But in the judiciary, in the US, there's no election. The judges are appointed by the executive and then confirmed by the legislature. The people have no participation in who becomes a judge. In Nigeria, it's the same thing. But what did they do in the US that made theirs different and ours not so good, is that there was something they call the jury system. The jury system, ordinary people participating in judges' cases in court. The jury system is the only way that ordinary citizens can participate in the judicial system. And the Constitution, the US Constitution provides for the jury system for both criminal and civil cases. That means that in almost every case, and the public, ordinary people can participate in the judicial system. You can't just charge somebody and then go behind and do a deal with the judge and magistrate and the person gets blue. It's convicted. It doesn't work. Because jurors are sent out, jurors come in, ordinary people that know nothing about you, about the case, about the judge, they come in, and they are the ones that judge the facts. They're the ones that say whether this person is guilty or not guilty, not the judge. The judge sits there to control the evidence, to control the proceedings in the court. The jurors are the ones that determine guilt or not guilty or not guilty. In Nigeria, we don't have it. The absence of the jury system in Nigeria means that Nigerians, the ordinary people in Nigeria, have no way to participate in the legal system. They are completely blocked out. This insular, and this makes lawyers and judges so insular. The inward looking, the profession is inward looking, everything is inward looking. The profession does not cater to the public, doesn't care what the public says, it's all about judges and the lawyers. And remarkably, if you go into the US court, into the courtrooms in Nigeria, you see something else. Notice something. The lawyers sit in front by themselves while their clients sit in the back. There's no way for the lawyer to communicate with his client while the case is going on. Lawyers sit in the front, all of them, unrelated. They didn't come for the same case, but they sit in the front, dressed in their wig on the ground, looking remarkably different from the members, from the public. But the client's in the back. But if you go to the US, that doesn't happen. Even when the case is called, the lawyer in Nigeria does not sit with his client. The client is in the dock or in the witness box, and the lawyer is sitting with other lawyers. How do other lawyers help you with the client's case? When you cross-examine a witness and your client is sitting in the back, and you have a question to ask your client, is this guy telling the truth? You can't do that because your client is in the back. Meanwhile, the witness is up there saying whatever. And guess what? It doesn't happen like that in the US. In the US, what happens is that when the case is called, the lawyer and the client sit at the table next to each other. They can talk to each other, they communicate with each other. That is called people participating in the legal system. Since judges are not elected, since magistrates are not elected, the only way that the ordinary people can participate in the system and develop confidence in the system is in the jury system. What I promised you, I wish I had more time, to continue to tell that one huge problem Nigeria has is structure, very poor structure. And with the poor structure, Nigeria will not work unless these things are changed. That is why you have the legal system. People have little faith in it. And what lawyers don't realize is that if the public has little faith in your profession, you make no money. If they have a problem, they go to the police. If police fails them, they go to VDM. And you don't like VDM, but you realize that when VDM is more popular than literally any lawyer in Nigeria. If you have a problem, you call VDM, and there are many more VDMs rising. You go on TikTok, you see them. Many more VDMs rising in the system. Why? Because the lawyers are ineffective. Why are they ineffective? Mostly, a lot depends the legal system, the judiciary, the legal system is insular, inward looking, doesn't care what the people say. I'm going to stop here. My name is Chukuma Odelugo. Every once in a while, I get a chance, I do these videos. You learn a lot. Thank you.